Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we have the rest of the motor mount all nice and welded up. I know the welds aren't the best. It wasn't exactly easy to do, I would have to say. Definitely was one of the harder things. My brother said it was way more challenging than he thought he was going to be. So, and I got it back and it was a little off. I mean, it definitely flexed when we welded it, so I had to clearance a little bit more. Like I said on the last video, I clearanced a little bit here. I didn't end up clearancing anything here or here, which it may end up happening, but I don't think it will. Because if I line it up the way it's supposed to be on here, it's like that. There's actually a screw over here that was in there. It's gone now, and it was actually holding it in place, so it wasn't moving. But then, so far, this is the only thing that was giving me trouble is clearancing for here. I see I clearanced high a lot for that, and then after placing it and welding it, it didn't need it. So, and we got on this side, it's nice and clean and flush. Perfect little space right there, so air can get around the motor and stuff a little bit. And then I'm going with a 68 tooth, so that should put me plenty of distance. It should bring me somewhere over in this area, because the 54 just barely clears the transmission. So the 68's got to be at least this big. So, I mean, 72 tooth is a 60 millimeter in diameter, so if anybody's wondering. Those 54s are like 19 millimeters less. It's just absolutely stupid. But so far this is what we've got. Now we're going to start working on the second part of this section and start drilling our holes. So for this, hold on one second. So I decided, since I know it may be a touch of overkill, I'm going to go with locking nuts like that, lock washers like that underneath, and we're going to go with some giant, I mean, these things are huge. Most screws are M3s. These are M5s. These are 12-9 grade. These are about as hard and as strong as you can possibly get all at the same time. I mean, they have the finger tighteners on them, so it help when you're first starting out the screws into the hole. On the chassis of the car, all of the screw holes are 1/8 of an inch or M3s. And to change it out, you need 3/16 of an inch or M5 drill bits. So with our beautiful Harbor Freight drill press, we will use some impact rated titanium bits for this steel, because otherwise I guarantee you snap them. This metal gets so hot when you grind it, even being like, you can see my breath, it's pretty cold in here. And even being as cold as it is, this metal heats up super, super fast. So you have to be real careful about that stuff. And so that's the only disadvantage I see about using this metal. There are other metals that will probably be better. Aluminum obviously would remove more heat. But the disadvantage is because it's so soft with a motor like this, where it's high torque, especially in this use of the way it's being used here as a sort of a rear mount. If it was like a large casing motor, it would be placed over here, and you could reverse the motor terminal, so that way it would reverse it. But this Gould RC, not knowing, is directional. All Gould RCs, I'm gonna guess, are probably directional motors. They They added a giant casing KV to a small KV frame. So you have the advantages of like a 40 millimeter casing But the advantages of having a smaller casing, so you can use the side mounts and stuff like that they already make. But in my opinion, making it yourself, way more rewarding. Yeah, it takes more time, obviously, but if you're into that kind of stuff, and with all this stuff going on right now, I mean, there's ain't got much but time. So, thought I'd start having fun with it a little bit more. I was sick and tired of blowing up spur gears, so it's the next best thing. See you on the next one. Hit the subscribe button, hit that like. I'll see you next time.